Hello, my name is Amari Gino, and today I will be continuing playing through Lostbelt 6. And before we start, I just want to say that it's kind of noisy here right now, so the mic might pick it up. So, it might be does so, I'm very sorry, but I had to delay the stream of 30 minutes. It get a little better, but you're not completely gone yet. So before we start, I wanna recap the last stream a little bit. Let's see. I believe we fought Fairy Knight Gawain at this human ranch, and then Tristan stayed hold her back then so we can get away. Then Oberon arrived with a carriage and brought it to safety. Then we go here to also gonna mention I've been pronouncing this city all wrong. This city here is Gloucester, and the city here is Salisbury, Salisbury is the thing, Salisbury. What do you write like that? Don't pronounce it. It's so weird. So, got Oberon saved us with his carriage. He borrowed from Aurora. And then we got the news that the Child Prophecy is being auctioned in Gloucester, and so we went straight there. We went there and we met Lady Fairy Knight Tristan there. And then when we went to the auction, she was there too, and we fought her with Magecraft. Castoria fought her with Magecraft and won, surprisingly. And we gained the right to free Muramasa. Then we see, now we will go to see Miriam with him. So let's jump into it. Oh, the CCC music. And yeah, I know about this, but yeah. Just a disclaimer, I know some spoiler stuff about Lostbelt 6, but I never read the actual stories. Nice to meet you, Artoria. And you, visitor from proper human history. That was such an exciting battle. Now I know what the next hot trend will be. I will call it convenient necessity you can make yourself. Simple, fulfilling, magecraft item for good luck. It's gonna be the most plain Jane trend in the Gloucester history. Also, because of the noise, it was adjusting the mic and in the gain setting in OBS, so if the voice is too loud or too quiet, the game audio too. Yeah, please tell me. Oh, did that not go over too well? I figured there was no way a bunch of broke-ass, powerless, small-town fairies and human wouldn't be feeling nervous after being summoned to the home of the most charismatic producer of Fairy Britain. So I thought I would offset the tension and make sure you like me by greeting you a little more cheerfully than I usually would. But I guess this just goes to show why you shouldn't be too quick to leave your comfort zone. Then again, you do only get one chance to make a first impression. You are Murian. Oh man, she's giving me serious BB vibe. Yeah, the CCC BGM too, huh? Yes, hello. I'm Murian. You don't need to keep going. I don't need to keep going, right? Anyway, it's a pleasure. Phew, thank goodness you're back to your usual self, Murian. I was beginning to think you had been body snatched. What the hell was that? Are you turning into a Morse or something? Yeah. Don't be rude, Oberon. I'm the perfect fairy lady, and I always will be. That was just me going above and beyond. I've been so excited to meet a human from proper human history who isn't bare or gut, you see. My fey eyes might not be what they used to, but it can still make out auras. You're Gino, yes? You're just as darling as I thought you would be. It looks like all you outsider were Black Barrow. I could be killing you right now in a fit of rage. But I'm relieved to see you have a perfectly decent aura about you. It's enough to give me hope, if just a little. Thanks, but we're still trying to wrap our heads around this situation. So, you know about proper human history, and you're welcoming us here anyway? Do I have that right? Don't make me laugh. I'm not afraid of proper human history. I'm sorry, that's not quite right. It's not proper human history that worries me. It's you Chaldeans. From what I have been told, you have been all sorts of other world. So, first of all, I'm going to learn for myself exactly what it is you plan on doing in Fairy Britain. Though I already have a pretty good idea thanks to what Muramasa told me. Muramasa? You told her about us? Hey, I never dreamed we were gonna end up working together. So yeah, I told her about what happened in Olympus up till she interrogated me. Just a little. Interrogate you? Is that how you saw that? And here I thought it was a lovely tea party. I mean, I suppose I might have had a teensy bit of trouble containing my excitement. After you told me all those fascinating things about foreign god, tree of emptiness, the cryptars, and the alter ego. But even so... You call that teensy? So it's not true that the Winged Clan is the worst malmannered of all fairies then? No, they are. Or at least, they used to be. But there aren't any malmannered Winged Clan fairies left anymore. Not after... Oberon. Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please, go on, my fair Butterbird princess. It's okay, Oberon. You didn't interrupt me. Muramasa did. Gino, I just want to make sure of one thing. You do mean to leave this Lostbelt alone, yes? Your business here is only with Queen Morgan, since she was foolish enough to go up to Olympus. And Chaldea has no intention of attacking Britain itself. Can you look me in the eye and swear that? I can't. Not yet, at least. I wish I could, but I can't. At least right now. Yeah, it's the same. I see. Not the most eloquent defense, but a well-considered one. So, you're still trying to figure out who your real enemy is, and what it is you hope to acquire here. I understand. You haven't even met Queen Morgan yet. Of course you can't make a final decision now. Very well then. Normally, I would capture you all here and present you to the Queen. But instead, I'm going to hold off making a decision for now, much the way you are. As long as Chaldea leave Britain itself alone, I won't get in your way. So you're welcome to keep enjoying your sightseeing in Britain. As for you, Lady Artoria, have you memorized Ainsolf's final prophecy? More or less. Let me see. I shall speak now of the future. At the end of the eyes of Mystic, began to be known as Fairyland. I'm not sure if Ansel is a man or woman, just go with that voice. Let the innocent return. Here stand the Queen's unmoved, unknowable castle. We require now only a little more patience. After 2,000 years, the dawn shall bring the King who will be our salvation. She shall be the child who saves the world, who binds both peoples together. A city of iron, a sea of sooth. When the calamity recedes, her pilgrimage begin. Ring, ring, like raging thunder, like whipping flame. Let us harden to the sixth bell's ringing. I think that's how it went, right? Let's say no more, no less. You left out some key bits, but you got the gist. Oberon, are you really sure this is a child prophecy? I mean, she hasn't even able to weaponize her biggest selling point. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think she got a few important points down. As far as the two of you are concerned, the only important passage is the last one, since you are the guardian of the bell tower right above us. The bell tower? Don't you mean? You don't mean? I sure do. One of the 6 bells described in the prophecy is above us right now. And I believe you found one in Salisbury too, didn't you? Wait, are you saying you didn't come here to ring Gloucester's bell? Well... We actually came here looking for someone, a human girl named Mash. Who are actually hoping to find a human girl named Mash. Do you know anything about her? Mash? Sorry, but no one in Gloucester has ever spoken that word before. Are you sure she's not in another city? Ah, okay. I thought one of your usual crew was missing. What happened? Get separated and come to Gloucester looking for her? Well, yeah, I mean, we heard there was gonna be a fairy with an unusual iron weapon being put up for auction. How were we supposed to know that it was gonna be you? I guess I have to take some of the blame for that. I should have looked into this more closely. I could have at least found out if the fairies being sold was male or female, which is snuck into the auction hall. I'll see if you could pull that off. My auctions are extremely well guarded. Not even an ant, nor a single drop of blood could get in without detection. Hey, good point. After all, it has been a few hundred years since you established your doctrine, or maybe objective is a better word. That nobody is allowed to use violence in Gloucester, hasn't it? But anyway, let's get back to the bell, Miriam. How come you're being so cold to Autoria, even though you believe she truly is the child prophecy? To be honest, I'm disappointed. Queen Morgan may be a great ruler, but she's excessively cruel. It's not just the annual existence tax, it's the way she treats humans, and how she oppresses every fairy who isn't part of a clan. It's the way she failed to handle the calamity, the way she monopolized the flotsam, the flaw that keep our society a pale imitation of human civilization. In the last 100 years alone, she had all of Darlington moved, followed by building the National Slaughterhouse Theatre. She has always been ruthless toward those who defy her, but she has gotten even worse ever since she appointed Tristan as her successor. There was a time when I thought she would be the ruler who would finally rid Britain of the calamity. But now she's just a witch intent on turning Britain into her personal plaything. That's why we have been waiting for you, Lady Artoria. But you just don't look the part. I can't see you beating the queen like this. It could be one thing if other clans were on your side, but neither the Earth clan nor the Wind clan will be willing to make a move as things stand now. So, you're not going to show us to Gloucester's bell then? Not now, at any rate. I'm the Lord of Gloucester. I have a duty to keep it safe. If I were to lend you my support now, Lady Artoria, it would seem as an act of revolt against the Queen. Not even my Fey domain would keep us safe if that happened. If she wanted to, Queen Morgan could easily dispel it. So please come back to Gloucester again after you have grown stronger. I don't care what form that power takes. It could be connection, magecraft, funding. I'll take anything as long as it leads to a way of defeating the Queen. Remember, Toria, you're the Fey Fox's star of hope. The chosen child of prophecy who will save Britain from its long twilight. The Fey Fox's star of hope. So, you have to get stronger and come back. Seems sorry as Salisbury. That's right. So I hope you will please do your part to help her, Gino. You're an old hand when it comes to beating up bad guy, right? I mean, it sounds like you've done it lots of time before. Okay, Miriam, I get that you're not our enemy now, and I'm grateful for that. But what I don't get is, why would you go to all this trouble to help us? Even given what you already knew about us from Muramasa, we're still outsider who some way pose as much threat as Queen Morgan. Yet, you already seems to have deep trust for Chaldea, or rather, Gino. And that just doesn't add up. Is there something else you're not telling us? Something you're not telling you? Something you're not telling you? Of course there is. In fact, this is the perfect time to introduce her. As you may have guessed it, I have another foreign guest who has told me all about you, Chaldean. Come on in, Lady F. Lady, Let's see, I think her true name was... Yeah, F. Off! Sir. Goyanskaya, Tamamovich Goyanskaga, princess. All these two together. Just... Good day, my dear Chaldean. I'm so glad to see you all doing so well. Kuyanska, yet another new outfit? Yeah. Like every time. Stop that, Gino. Please, calm down. Did I already tell you you wouldn't buy violence in Gloucester? Besides, she's an important guest of mine. And a business partner, really. She means Britain no harm. And she's no intention of interfering with Chaldea either. After all, under most circumstances, she wouldn't even be here now. The only reason she's still here is because I insist that she stay after she tried to leave. And why did you do that? Because she's an excellent bodyguard. It's a shame she's so money-grabbing, but her combat powers more than make up for it. I especially love that she can hold her own against Morse. This way, I don't have to bow and scrape the Franklin or the Fairy Knight. I see. I was told we lost contact with you after you took Peril got up to who knows where. So you're picking through Britain for stuff to sell? What are you playing at here, Kuyanskaya? Do you get tired of waiting for the foreign god in Chaldea to go to up each other? I decided to go to show your true colors now that the foreign gods has shown up. Oh no, nothing like that. The foreign god and I are on equal standing, you know. I'm still not sure exactly what that god is, but I'm sure our contract clearly states that neither will interfere with the other until our goals have been achieved. Suffice to say, I've never been in the same position or shared the same perspective as your three alter egos. You, Lord Rasputin, and Lord Limbo are all servants summoned by the foreign god. And I'm a servant who manifested under her own power, so I'm free to do whatever I like. I'm only staying here now because I found Lady Miriam's proposal appealing. I have no interest in British Lostbelt, or in you Chaldeans, who are apparently determined to get yourself killed by sticking your nose where they don't belong. Or whatever Queenie is up to, or in Fairy Britain's human for that matter. I do hope I made myself clear. So, you're not going to do anything bad here. So, what have you been doing here up till now then? Why, stock you up on new merchandise, of course. I have been filling my metaphorical ladder with all sorts of rare delicacy unique to the land of the Fae. That her face just light up. Every other Lostbelt has either been on his last legs, or had meager offerings, or was secluded, or something out of science fiction. Honestly, none of them really had much to offer, but Britain is a whole other story. The creatures here are equal parts unique, adorable, and vicious. They're just the sort of model I was looking for. The kind can either strike fear into all of humanity. Yeah. The various things here are fucked up. Please don't write them up, Polyanskaya. We're just coming to an agreement. I swear, why do you always paint yourself in the worst possible light when you have so much beauty to offer, both inside and out? So these two really get along. I expect to be working with the Chaldea in the future, so please do your best to get along with them, okay? Oh, very well. If that's what the clan wants, that was the clan shall get. So, on that note, Lord Gino, Lady Da Vinci. I know I've had our differences in the past, but here in Britain, we are both on proper human history's side. So I propose we let bygones be bygones and focus on accomplishing our respective goals. Or at least, until you are united with MASH. Doesn't that sound fair, Gino? You're not wrong. At the moment, we definitely don't need any more problems than we have already got. If you're willing to leave us alone, we'll do the same for you. If you ask me, we should cut her down now and be done with it. But I guess we couldn't get away with that in front of Muriel anyway. I don't really know this lady, so I'll go along with whatever you all think is best. A wise decision, everyone. Very well then. I'll continue to enjoy my latest pleasure trip here in... Well, I for one hate your guts. Well, why though? You don't know her, right? It's Oberon, right? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Shut up, don't talk to me. Every word you speak feels like it's rotting my ears. Miriam, I'm saying this to you as your friend. That things is an abomination. Damn. Your choice is completely wasted on her. I would wash my hands of her now if I were you. Yeah, how much does Oberon know about her though? Like, how? Well, that couldn't have ended much worse than it did. She must have done some really heinous things to them, Kuyanskaya. Oh, absolutely! Between wiping out Lord of this team of mercenary, occupying Cardeas' headquarters, and turning his personnel to ice cubes, I would say they came by that hatred honestly. But I don't know anything about that Oberon servant. Who is he? He doesn't seem to be from Fairy Britain. Oberon just show up in the Welsh. Maybe I should look this up not to fuck it up again.
Welsh.
Welsh, yes. Welsh, in the Welsh forest about 2 months ago. He's a heroic spirit from proper human history. Ah, yes. I guess that make him a servant. Anyway, he likes to call himself the Fairy King, and usually spend his time performing shows in cities around Britain. I got to know him before when he first came to Gloucester. At first, I was thrilled to have found a fellow Winkland fairy, since he looks so much like one. But I'm so sorry. I don't have to tell you this, but it would be dishonest to not say anything. I know I may look like a Winkland fairy, but I'm not. After all, your clanmates are already. Wait. But hey, never mind that. You are the Lord of Gloucester, right? Then please, I need you to keep me an unsecured loan. The fate of the whole world depends on it. Well, as you saw, he's a very bright and cheerful character. More of a jester king than a fairy king, really. He's also the one who told me ahead of time that the Triad Prophecy would be coming here. I see. Hopefully he just has keen instinct, but either way, it's probably better to squash an annoying bug like him at the first opportunity. Oh, I just remember. I should have my hands on one of those stories from the past you've been looking for soon. There aren't many fairies left who remember what things were like 2,000 years ago during the Fae era. But luckily, I managed to track down a book one of Camelot's banished librarians had been keeping secret for ages. It should get here soon. You know, I'm surprised you're so interested in our history, especially when it's completely different from proper human history. Well, to know exactly why you would be interested. To learn it, to get more information. Is there anything useful you're hoping to learn from our past? Information is power, baby. Oh yes, absolutely. My objective is to find demonic beasts that don't exist in proper human history and put them to work for me. I have the ability to replicate furry creatures of any size and shape and incorporate the data into my body. Though unfortunately, I can only command up to 9 big ones at a time. Like 9 tails. I originally came to Britain to secure 6 tails. Right there, 7 Lostbelt. What do you get 2 more tails? But now, I'm staying here because I'm fascinated by the story of how Fairy Britain came to be. I'm only sorry I've unwittingly caused you to dip into your funds, Lady Murian. Oh, don't worry about that. I used to be quite the avid researcher myself before I became the Lord of Gloucester. I used to spend hours holed up in the library against my father's wishes, absorbed in the legend of Ash. I was told a bookworm, at least the Queen let those barbarians torch the whole place. Then, are you going to revolt against the Queens once the Child Prophecy has grown stronger? No way! The hope of all faith folks? Britain's savior? Why I never had high hopes for the child prophecy to actually bring an end to Queen Morgan's reign. I would deny that I have occasionally entertained the possibility, but now I find out she is nothing more than some pathetic common fairy. Her magical energy is average. She's neither especially beautiful nor large. She doesn't even have her own fey domain. There's no way a fairy like that could possibly save anyone. I should have known the only one I can really rely on is myself. It's a shame I ended up letting Senji Muramasa go after all the time I put into him. But as long as I have you helping me, I don't need the so-called child prophecy at all. No, I think I'll just use Chaldea and the child prophecy. Ideally, I'm hoping that disgusting human mage actually managed to take down one of the fairy knight. Which is one of them falls, there'll be nothing holding Nocnaria back any longer. Queen Morgan, Nocnaria, and the child prophecy, and Gino. No matter who's left standing, I'll have plenty of game pieces to play with. What is this? Wait, what? That sounds like bug? Okay, the no battle quest. Jeez, that arrow took like 30 minutes. I think I'm very slow. Oh, god damn it! Damn it, Obito! Why would you have to ruin our precious chance to speak with the head of another clan? That might have been the coldest "you need to leave now" I've ever heard. I think I could have literally cut the tension with a knife. I understand you're upset. I admit I behaved kind of childishly. But I'm not going to apologize. I only said what needed saying. I love it, Oberon. It takes real guts to say something like that to that fox woman's face. Well, maybe not guts so much as a thick skin. Either way, it was impressive. You have to tell me some tales of your escapades later. I'd bet you got some real whooper. Are you sure we shouldn't at least try to apologize? I don't know about me, but Miriam seems like she was willing to help out Chaldea. Or at least Gino. Oh, don't worry about that. Miriam never had any intention of helping us out. Really? Why is that? Oh, right. Now that she has Kuryanskaya. Yep, she got a trump card she can use however she likes. Kuryanskaya is not that strong, right? We saw her before. So now she has no more need to team up with us or to carry water for the child prophecy. I see. Then I guess I'm pretty much useless here too. Oh, there they are. Hey, wait up! It's the girl from the morning. You guys are with the child prophecy, right? Oh, just random citizen. Where is she now? Is she gone? Did she already leave for the next city? Of course she did. She's not gonna stick around here waiting for Woodwoods' soldier to come after her. Ah, I was really hoping to see her in person. Not that I blame her. I mean, she's the child prophecy. There's something you can do for... is there something I can do for... Well, that's okay. At least we can give you guys this gift for her. It's not much, but please, take it. We always believed the child prophecy would appear someday, so we have been saving what we could for when the time comes. Oh, she's gonna feel the pressure. The story saw a small change and cheap stuff like old clothes, stones, and tree roots. But this is everything we can do for her now. We think it will be at least some use. So please make sure she gets it, okay? Okay, I will. I think the child prophecy would be thrilled to receive this. Yeah, I think we think so too. You guys make sure you keep her safe, okay? A small mountain of gifts. And those metal arms y'all carry it all, Da Vinci? Of course! You have my word that I'll get everything back to the carriage safe and sound. Well, that was nice, huh, Toria? Sure, they might not have realized it was you. But that was living proof that even the fairies in Gloucester are pinning their hopes upon the child prophecy. You're right, and with this many material and magicraft goodies, we won't have to worry about keeping Gino fed for some time. Wait, why do I need to like those to be fed? Well, I wish we could have spent a night here to enjoy more of what Gloucester has to offer. The fact that the low-class fairy here know about the auction incident now means that the Queen's army must know about us too. So I'm afraid we can't stay here much longer. I guess that's true, but we still haven't found any lead on Mash. If Miriam hadn't heard anything about her, then there aren't any lead here to find. And since it seems no one in Salisbury or Gloucester has seen her, our hands are tied for the moment. Let's not forget we are so wanted for that arranged incident, so we have to be careful not to be anywhere the Queen's soldiers are likely to nab us. So I think we should stop looking for her ourselves and head somewhere safe, at least for now. Sorry, I must ask, could it be suicide to go to other cities? Yes, it would. That goes for Salisbury too. It's too dangerous right now. So instead, what if we keep looking for Mash with a different mean? You guys can lay low, and in the meantime, I'll go around to different areas looking for information on her. Just because you guys can't look for her now doesn't mean I can, after all. Give me 3 days, and I should be able to find out all the latest news in Britain. After that, we will know where to go next. Thanks, Oberon. Okay, but in the meantime, what should we hire? Don't worry, I've already thought of that. In fact, you could say the land out here is why I thought to make this suggestion in the first place. So we'll be camping out for a while, huh? Then we'll have to look for an out-of-the-way campsite. Don't worry, I'm great at pitching tents. And I can put up all the different battlefield we'll need to keep undesirable away. Really, that's great to hear. But you wouldn't need any of that this time around. Huh? Oh, now I see. Sorry to steal your thunder, Toria. But we really need to play it safe here, so I'm afraid you'll have to wait for another time. Alright, let's get going to my secret base. See that forest over there? Past the western hill? That's the Welsh. Oh, I forgot. Welsh. It's a place that's long been abandoned by fairies and human alike where old dried up things go to rest. And it's the personal domain of George Shirley. Wait, Wow, it's pretty close to Camelot. Oh, to the Sheffield. It was mentioned before, like there was a rebellion here or something.
Sheffield.
Yes, I guess was correct. I guess. Oh, did we meet Mash here? There it is, Ennis, the Sheffield, the biggest hub city in all of northern Britain. What an incredible citadel! Is that a castle up there on the hill? That's right, it's the only place with ramparts like that apart from Camelot. Do you know there's something special about Fairy Britain's rampart? They're also bound few. The fairies that build them take a lot of time making sure they come out just right. Basically, nobody can pass these walls except through the gate. If the gate's open, you're free to pass. If it's closed, nothing getting through. Those are the rules these kind of magic walls are built with. Plumbing and windows aside, as long as you keep the gate protected, everything inside will be safe. Let's say Borges the one who had all this built, including the castle. Borget, is that the Lord of Sheffield? Sure is. He's also known as Borget the Braggart and Borget the Loveless. He didn't just lose the battle to decide who would lead the Fang clan. He also unruly got kicked out of Norway. So he was once in the running to lead the Fang clan. He must be quite the fairy then. Braggart speak for itself, but why is also known as Lovers? Braggart, what's this Braggart mean? Person who boasts about achievement or possession. Because he saw up marrying for love and not only to take human woman as wife. Every fairy he married in the past all hated his guts. The only reason he lost his mana battle with Woodwoods and his money game with Springen is because his wife betrayed him. When they were done with him, he didn't have any place left to go. Ever since, he only taken human woman as wife. Say that at least slavery would never betray him. Jeez. So that's why he's called Borget the Loveless. If you ask me though, I think he still wants love, he just doesn't trust it anymore. I see, it sounds like he has been through a lot. But that just makes the fact that he still managed to build an amazing castle even more impressive. You really have a thing for castle, huh, Ennis? Maybe you really are from the upper class world then. Is anything come back to you yet? It would be great if you can at least tell us where you are from. No, I still can't remember anything from before you all saved me. But I do get the feeling it has something very important I needed to accomplish. Well, of course you do. You giant prophecy. You're the fairy knight who's gonna keep us all safe. The ones who accept all Britain. I hope you're right. I have seen so many different sides of Britain on the way here. I know it's been less than 10 days since we started traveling together, but I have seen enough to know that it's a beautiful, beautiful country. If this the power I possess really is meant to keep this country safe, nothing would make me happier. Hey, Wang, Rob. Hey, Wang, Rob. Whack. Not Wang. We're gonna have to go through the checkpoint soon. This is our last chance to let it go. I say we call a go-between and get this over with. Oh, right. Even this it's probably not a good idea to go into Sheffield right now. But then again, we have also come this far. It wouldn't hurt to stick together a little bit more, right? Huh? Are we gonna introduce Ennis to Boggett, Rob? Then of course you gotta go to the castle. Ah, fine, just do what you want. We only started being merchant because we couldn't cut it at steep. This kind of merch will always gonna be too rich for our blood. Ah, the wolf's still with them. And so, the ferry's car stopped in Sheffield. At this point, Gino was still sleeping in the nameless wood. 10 days. Wait, stay there for that long? And Da Vinci had just become acquainted with Mike, the pub owner in Salisbury. And so, this other child prophecy made her way to Sheffield. Oh, so this is the other child prophecy they mentioned. So she did become the child prophecy for people here. None the wiser that they were in the midst of a rebellion against High Queen Morgan. That little girl is the child prophecy. Yes, Mr. Boggett, sir, we're sure of it. She got iron armor, an iron shield, and a dangerous looking iron pipe, and she's strong enough to smash boulders. Please don't ask us where she came from. That's her secret to keep. But we're positive Energy is the child prophecy who's gonna save Britain. So we are hoping you would treat her well and appraise her accordingly. Idiots, do you really think you could put one over on me? That girl is no fairy, she's a human. Huh? Annie's is human? Oh, ha ha ha, you're joking, right? Right? She got just as much magical energy as a fairy's. Besides, no human could possibly be that strong. Not necessarily. It's very rare, but there are some humans who are also fearsome warriors. That girl there does smell like a fairy, but she also has just a whiff of human about her. You must think I'm a fool if you really believe you could pawn such a defective merchandise on me. Here in my city of Sheffield, liars are no better than criminal, and fraud is crime punishable by death. Guard, arrest this merchant and have them hanged. You can throw the girl in a prison cell. Yes, sir. Sepasinis! Ah! I'm sorry, but please stand down. Also, Rob and Wack are not liars. I can't remember anything right now, so I don't know if I really am the child prophecy or not. But if they believe I am, then that's what I'm going to be for them. So if you're going to treat them like criminals, I insist you treat me like one too. Ennis. How is this girl so strong? Get the Fang soldier over here. She's too much for us alone. Whatever you do, keep Lord Borg safe. Hold it. No need for that. This girl means us no harm. It seems you weren't pulling your fast one after all. Very well. I'll hear you out. Go ahead and give the merchant their payment. Now, what is your name, brave girl? Oh, Robin Wack call me Ennis. It's a lovely name. Ennis? Oh, do you generally make a habit of eating children? No? Then forget about going by Ennis. Huh? What does Ennis have to do with eating children? You there? Are there any guards who can still move? Yes, sir. The others still numb from that earlier attack, but I think I'm more or less recovered. Take this girl to Harbour George's tailoring workshop. Ah, this is where we meet her. Then once she's ready, take her to the royal chambers. I'd never seen a woman like this one before. Why would rather she had more meat on her bones? That attack her was a sight to behold. Today's your lucky day, girl. You'll be my partner tonight. Once you've cleansed yourself, you are to wait for my arrival this evening. My 60-second bride. What do you need? What do you have so many bride? What? You're taking Ennis as a bride? Huh? And so she came to the fairies who was served as her final bastion. The workshop of Habitrot, the ever-cheering fairies beloved by everyone in Sheffield. Happy cat, please don't be mad, Happy Cat. That's her nickname, Happy Cat. It's Hibernian. That's what they localize it to, Hibernian. Please don't be mad, Haber. I'm gonna have to adjust with this one too. Oh. I know you have already got a lot on your plate, but Lord Borgett has a new job for you. And you think this push thing down will make me say yes? I already told you not to bring me any more work. I didn't come here to stitch together armors and spear and back. I came here to sew dresses, damn it. Don't you have any idea who I am? I'm a lady goddamn Habitrot, the greatest dressmaker in all of Britain. Excuse me. Borgett said I was supposed to get change here. Right. Berniat, did you finally lose it? I mean, you've always been kind of a mess, but... Alright, finally, a job worth doing. At last, my waiting has paid off. Don't tell me, Borgett want to make this girl an outfit, right? I have it done in less than no time. I mean, just look at how cute she is. That settles it. I'm making her my bride. Like everyone want MASH. Bride? Does that mean I'm going to be marrying her and Borgett? Oh, don't pay her any attention. This fairy's always been a little off. She just showed up not too long ago, after we started looking for a fairy who could make bridal dresses. She's definitely good at her job, but she's also pretty, well, weird, old-fashioned, unflappable. I'm still not sure she fully understands that we are rebelling against Morgan here. Still, she is good at her job. She's always claimed she's a friend to all brides or something. That's me, I'm Habershaw's the Spinner, professional seamster. This fairy's all about helping blushing brides before their big day. But never mind that. I'm all set to get started. Let's take your measurements. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. Go on, get out of here. Give us some privacy. And tell Borgett he will have to wait another day. He always thinks these things take way less time than they do. Got it. How about some milk? Should I bring some by later? Of course. I deserve a reward for all my hard work. After all. And don't forget to heat it up. Hi there, young miss. It's okay. You don't have to be scared. This is all happening so fast, you must be totally bewildered. Bewildered, huh? Well, don't worry. I'm on your side. After all, I'm Habitrot, friends to all brides with bright future ahead of them everywhere. No more stuffy iron for you. I'm gonna make you the best dress ever. Thank you, Habernian. I'm Anis. Oh, right. Borgett said I'm not supposed to use that name anymore. Is Anis the name of someone special to him? Anis, huh? That's definitely not a good name for you. There used to be a scary fairy called Black Anis who went around abducting and eating children. Oh, so you don't need a name like that? Let's see. Pardon me. Aha! I knew it! I'm gonna call you Mash! You alright with that? How does she know? What is that coming? Okay, I hate to say goodbye to Ennis, but Mash sounds nice too. But why did you pick Mash? Because it's written on the shield, see? It's written on the inside chart. Huh. Oh wow, you're right, and it's such a big letter too. I can't believe I never noticed before. Like nobody noticed that before. Like for this four of you. So you're responsible enough to write your name on your things, but you forgot your own name? That's funny. And so she regained her true name, but only in the most superficial sense. It would still take some time before she returned to being mashed in both name and soul. Okay, now that your measurements are all done, it's time to get to work. Oh, do you have any preference when it comes to color and stuff? I know your armor is mostly black, but I bet you would look great in white. Amateur began happily cutting away with her scissors. And the next day, the best time of Haberchosa's life come to an end. There, all done. You can open your eyes now, Mash. Go on, take a look in the mirror. Aw, this is really cute. Like the whole thing. This is wonderful, Habanyan. I love it. It's easy to move in and warm and so very soft. It almost feels like I'm wrapped in stars. I can't believe I'm getting such a lovely outfit so soon after I got here. I must be the luckiest bride in the world. Morning, Mash. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that. So, what do you mean morning, Mash? And now, our story begins in earnest. For the time being, the girl who is no longer a shield bearer, but a lady, the envy of everyone. Thus began her days of splendor and delight, easily one of the few and most peaceful times in all fairy Britain. At least, for a short time before it lasted before Sheffield Castle was razed to the ground. Like, you can just spoil it like that? Come on. Still this place. From the moment the first ray of morning light lit the sky, Sheffield's castle town was abuzz with excitement. Overnight, rumor of the Lord's new lady and the knight in iron armor had spread in a flash. They said she was more than a match for both the Black Dog and the Moors, and that she was even stronger than Borgert himself. More on that later. Did you hear about our new lady yet? They say she even sent Lord Borgert flying. She withstood a blow from Gawain. Isn't that amazing? Wait, when did that happen? Gawain was here? The merchant who brought her here says she's the child prophecy. Now, this is how the rumors spread. If that's true, we might actually be able to go back to Norway. Oh yeah, I got a peek at her in the castle yesterday. She's definitely the real child prophecy. Yeah, this is how rumors start. You can tell she's no ordinary fairies. There's just something different about her. I thought my heart was gonna melt when she smiled at me. She might even be as much of a beauty as Lancelot. You hear that, Whack and Winky? The whole town's talking about Annie's, match. And Bogart paid us a boatload of cash for her. We'll be set for winter this year. Too bad we can't see Mash anymore, though. I didn't think he was gonna live in a castle. I thought we'd be all together forever. Don't be stupid. Just gotta be patient. Bogus is bound to get bored of her eventually, and when he does, we take her to Edinburgh. Mrs. No Knock Nadia up north will pay even more for the child prophecy. Ah, come on, not you two. Whack, I understand, but you? Match is a merchandise. Now that we have sold her, that's it. We're done. There's nothing tying us together anymore. I say we leave Sheffield before it's too late. The longer we stay, the harder it'll make us. The harder it would be to make our escape. Escape? Why do you gotta escape, Winky? We've got money now, right? And you're gonna stay here till spring? Yeah, Mash protected us. Nobody ever protected a stray like me and Whack before. So we're gonna stay here until we return the favor. But if you wanna go, Winky, you can go. You're not like a stray who drifted here. You're actually from the land of the Fae, and you're way smarter than us. You'll be fine on your own no matter where you go. I thought these three are brothers. You're giving T way too much credit. The more clever some twisted bastard think they are, the less capable they are of changing what they believe. Just so we're clear, I do not believe you are actually the child prophecy. The only reason I'm letting the townspeople believe different is that it suits me. And let me be clear about one more thing. You have no right to voice out your opinion here. I don't need more than power if I'm going to defeat Morgan. I'm also going to need the grace and dignity of a king. You're no more than an ornament to that end. All you need to do is stand by my side as my beautiful queen. Yes, Lord Morgan. I will conduct myself with the dignity of a queen worthy of Sheffield. By the way, did you sleep well last night? I'm very sorry for how rudely I reacted. Oh, that. I don't have a scratch on me. Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head over it. Now then, guard, I'm going to see how our soldier training is coming along at the barrack. Keep an eye on my lady. Make sure she doesn't escape or leave the castle at all for that matter. Yes, Lord Borgett, leave it to us. Cruel as Borgett was also an excellent lord. He spared no effort gathering mercenary, training soldier, and reinforcing his rampart in preparation for the inevitable battle against High Queen Morgan's army. He made sure his army would be strong because he was sick and tired of losing. Although he was internally driven by his fear of failure, at this time, Borg was still regarded as a good ruler. Acting dignified, puffing out chest and putting on airs. Letting some more dignity in that. Lady Mash? Yes, I'm the queen. Do you have any problem with that? I know, my lady. So, you're Lord Borges' wife, right? Which means you're now one of the lords of Sheffield, right? Well, With all that in mind, I have a favor to ask you on behalf of your citizen. We have been getting lots of eyewitness reporting a Moor spotted in Western Sheffield. What? You're supposed to keep her in the castle. And according to the merchant who brought you here, the Moors has no effect on you. The Fang clan does have more resistance to the Moors poison than the other clan, but it still hurt like hell. So if it's not too much to ask, we were hoping we might be able to ask for your assistance. So that's why you brought me all this way. Then I would be glad to handle this. Since I destroyed part of the castle's wall last night, it's only right that I do my part to help him. Damn it, how are you so damn cute? But that's not what's important right now. What do you think you're doing, Mash? Like, what were you thinking, guard? When did things get so bad in the land that the Fae we have sent out ladies? When did things get so bad in the land of the Fae that we had to send our lady out to fight? I'm gonna tell Borgard about this, you know. But it's the duty of a lord and his wife to protect their territory, right? Besides, she's already evil as far as Queen Morgan is concerned, though. So, are you calling my bride evil? Have you ever seen how cute Mash is? She's the happiest bride in the world. She couldn't even catch a butterfly, pick a flower, or... Why are you wearing your old armor? You didn't rip my dress, did you? Oh no, not at all. Don't worry, I'm still wearing your dress underneath my armor. Ah, it's gonna get all wrinkled. Now I have to make a new one. But I can wait until we have taken care of this. I'm not gonna make you fight with this battle all on your own. I'm gonna be right there beside you. Huh, you can't do that, Habanyan. If the Moors touch you, you will... All you need to do is handle... All you need to handle more is a little ingenuity. You know, my four fairies these days can't think for themselves. More importantly, my name is Habitron. I don't care if you other fairies call me Habanyan, but you're not allowed. Huh? Why only me? Okay. Wait, you get this format? Wait, why she's so weak? Nani ka o motomereば何かがこぼれ落ちてくそんなこの世界で春の風を待つあの花のように君という光があるのならめくりめくる夢を越えて咲かせるさ愛の花を花束を願いが叶うのなら二人の世界まだ生きてみたいあのキスから眠く水色花びらはもう顔 りを忘れ君へのも疲れていく散ってしまいそうな心にこぼれ落ちてくそんな声
もうちょっと念入りに
世界で
にゃーにゃーにゃーにゃーにゃーにゃーにゃーにゃーにゃー
Your cat
腕の見せど、いいよ
散ってしまいそうな心に
ブライダルスピンホイ
覚えたての愛の
これ
苦しさを熱させて散ってしまいそうな心に
まだ倒れませんステータスアップまだ倒れませんいい感いいよいいともその辺だな
散ってしまいそうな心に
特艦
覚えたての愛の美しさを熱させて春の風を待つあの花のように
いいよ
飾らない心でいられたら
すべての栄
触
光
れられなく
我ら
て
の
も思い煩っても忘れないよこの恋を一つずつ束ねて君という光があるのならめくりめくる運命を超えて
やるじゃん
NP5 why is she so level 80 why is she so weak
腕のみいいよ
咲かせるさ愛の花を花束を
そこいっちゃうぜよーし仕上げちゃうかやべやべ
oh
やべいい感じそこ止まったはいほー多すぎてもな僕の花嫁に手を出
消えてしまいそうな心にこぼれ落ちてくそんな頃世界で春の風を待つなの花よ
いっちゃうぜ
まだ光でいいやHa ha. This is why I hate fighting. All that work for almost no reward. That was amazing, Happy Trot. I've never seen another fairy move like that. You think? Well, we artisans do need to be able to complete supply rush order in a single day. Me, I can make a new bridal dress in the time it takes to sunset and rise again. That's why they call me Habernier the Speedster. I can't believe what I just saw either. No wonder Lord Borgard holds you in such high regard. Did the Wing Clan make that spool of yours? But wait, beside Mirian, the Wing Clan died out 1200 years ago. Mirian, as in Game Master Mirian? Huh, I didn't know she was still alive. Or maybe she passed the name on to her daughter. Well, whatever. Now that we have taken care of the Moors, how are you gonna show you your how are you gonna show your appreciation? You're gonna treat us the kind of yummy lunch we deserve? I know we're not allowed to enjoy the eating when burgers, huh? Eating where burgers is. That's gonna be a problem in the castle town. Of course, I've been waiting to introduce Lady Mash to everyone anyway. Are you sure that's a good idea? Lord Borger did say he wasn't supposed to stand out. Ah, it'll be fine. He won't be back until nighttime anyway. It was a big slog coming all this way, right? So it's only right we make the most of it. And the fairies of Sheffield love human culture, so they're not prejudiced against humans at all. Trust me, they're gonna love you down to the pub. They're gonna be happy, you will be happy, and I will be happy. Exactly. Besides, Lord Borges prohibit us from treating humans like slaves. He said it's only fair since we've all been banished. So we are all equal here. Honestly, I don't know what we would do without our human. In fact, there's one human woman in particular I would like to propose to myself. Ah, is that so? I guess Sheffield really is all about freedom then. And here I thought we're just talking big about not doing things like Queen Morgan. I'm sorry, you said you were all banished? Oh, you mean you didn't know? This place used to be a ghost town up until 100 years ago. It wasn't until Lord Borgett and the rest of us rebuilt it that Sheffield became what it is today. We used to all live in Norway, at least until its Lord Springen has us all banished. We wandered around for a long time with nowhere to go until we ended up here. Which is why we can't just abandon Norway now. We might have been banished from it, but it's still our hometown. So if the Queen isn't going to do anything about the calamity pool building up there, we will. That's why Lord Borges is revolting against her. He wants to save Norway before it's too late. Shortly before nightfall, the time of day known in your world as twilight, the girl stood alone atop the castle wall, looking out over the land of the Fae. At the Eye of Britain, beautiful and lonesome as it stretched out under the endless twilight sky. What are you doing here? Have you forgotten the way back to the castle? Oh, hello, Borget. The scenery is so nice, isn't it? You will refer to me as Lord Borget. I would not tolerate disrespect. And yes, of course the view here is nice. It's so I can see any enemy forces that attempt to invade my territory. Though I suspect you and I are using the term nice very differently. This was a battlefield. In fact, the bloodstains have only recently faded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Now I still don't know anything about this town. Does this? Yes, did you say something, Lord Borget? Never mind, that this scenery truly seems nice to you. Even with all these desolate hills as far as the eye can see, in a world ruled by fairies rather than human. Yes, it does. It seems wonderfully precious. There's something very forlorn about this scenery, but something endearing too. I can tell that everyone is suffering here. Rob, Wack, Winky. The people I have met in the other town. The people of Sheffield. Everyone. I don't know what it is that's causing their suffering, but I do know that, in spite of it, they all consider this their home, and that they want to keep living here even if it's hard. If so many people still love Britain, I can't imagine it could be such an awful place. How shallow. This is exactly why humans are so difficult to deal with. Go back to the castle before you distract the soldier in their barrack. I could be back until late tonight, so talk to Habitat if you can't sleep. I will. Thank you for your concern, Lord Bogut. Wasn't that nice of him? Lord Bogut really is a wonderful lord, isn't he? Don't let him fool you, Mash. Good guys don't demand people call them Lord. You think so? I thought it was just to keep his reputation intact. After all, he looked very unhappy when I called him Lord before. What? That's even worse. Does that lionhead actually think he's some devoted husband or something? You're only married on paper. You got no right to go around tricking my bride like that. Only on paper, so our marriage is a fraud? Does this mean I'm actually a wicked woman who's deceiving kind and earnest Lord Bogut with my feminine charm? What? He's the one who did this. That I'm both a child prophecy and a femme fatale like no others? Yeah, maybe you are. No wonder you're too much for Bogut to handle, especially since he's hopeless against anyone who doesn't detest him. You're practically his natural enemy. Man, Bogut's predecessor must have gotten out of some real bad stuff for him to be this predicament. Huh? What do you mean? He's hopeless against someone who doesn't detest him? Oh, that! It's about fairies' most fundamental desire and unique trait. Humans' emotions change all the time. One moment they will want to be loved, the next hated. Other we want to protect someone one moment and then hurt them the next. But fairies' desire are much less mutable. In Bogut's case, he uses his rational mind to keep his violent impulse in check. So he can't make full use of his ability unless he's both hating and be hated by someone. Basically, thanks to who you are, it's impossible for him to be too aggressive. Huh, it's very interesting. Thanks to who I am. But I still don't know who I am. I don't remember anything about my past. I don't even know my name until recently. Before I came here, no, before Rob, Wack and Winky began calling me the Child Prophecy, I had no idea what I should do or even what I was supposed to do. No, for that matter. Did I even have a self before I lost my memory? Why do you ask that? There's only one thing I have learned from losing my memory. There's something missing in my heart. Like there's a hole right through it. All the fairies I've met have a purpose, something they intrinsically seek. Some of them help others for money. Some of them hurt others for money. But I don't have anything like that. Whenever I try to help someone, I always end up realizing the same thing. What is it I want right now? What is it that drove me to help them? I don't know, and it makes me feel very empty inside. I have a heart, so I know I can't get away with this forever. I don't think I was ever even aware of that emptiness before I lost my memory, but now I can't help but notice it. After all, I don't have any memory left to cover it up. Something was missing in me. No, that's not right. There's a gap in me that's long been ready to receive something, but I refuse to try and fill it. So I find it very hard to believe that there's anything I can do. Habitat blinked in an astonishment. at the girl's surprise confession. Losing memory was not all bad. It made her aware of a serious problem. Well, hey, most people don't really know who they are or what it is they want. They say that kind of things become clear on your deathbed, but for better or worse, we're still alive. You need something to drive you, a goal you can be proud of. That will also help you learn to love yourself. You said you have a hole through you, right? And you're not trying to figure out what you should do as a person. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. Maybe that's not the kind of thing you notice when you already learn leaning on others. But this journey is going to be just for you, so you can find it for yourself. Don't listen to her too closely. She's going to bail before this is over. It'll be a long time before the girl finds an answer she's comfortable with. For the time being, the fairies whose word was just meant as advice to cheer her up, in the hope that one day they will form the core of the wheel you will use to spin your own thread. Oh right, I almost forgot something very important. Do you mind we rewind just a little bit? I have been waiting for you, my lord. You must be tired after a hard day's work. Is that your attempt at playing the model wife? Impertinent whelp. Don't think you don't see what you're doing here, clever lass. Playing along obediently will do nothing to change your fate. My only objective is the throne. Everything I do is in service to defeating the clan and killing Morgan. You are no exception, child prophecy. I'm quite used to betting human. I'm going to deflower you now. I will not be gentle. You wish to fight back, you're welcome to try. Yeah, you know she's still... This is a room in Sheffield's castle guest house that was prepared for MASH. On the night that the child prophecy was clothed in the bridal dress and told to wait Bogus' arrival. This is what happened during her first night as Bogus' 60 seconds bride. What was that? We're under attack? Huh? Lord Bogus. What in the world happened? Ah, the war by the throne is ruined. Everyone, come quick! The enemy is trying to kill Lord Bogan. Hold it, I'm fine. Do not call the other guards. I just slipped, that's all. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Still, it's amazing that you're alright after falling over the 50 meter. Guess that's why you call me the Stone Lion, Lord Bogan. I'm so sorry, Bogan. I'll be right down. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Again, I'm so sorry. I was actually very nervous about this. So even though you just lost your balance from being tired and we were only trying to grab my shoulder for support. You surprised me so much I just shoved you with my hands. I never expect you to go flying so far. Trying very hard to let the situation The sudden realization of what actually happened showed on his face. Guard, you have to tell no one else about this. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I didn't see anything, sir. Now, you will excuse me. I must get back to my duty. Whoa, the Triad Prophecy is amazing. Can't wait to tell everyone about this. This guard doesn't obey him very much. They just do their own thing. Bogut, would you like me to rub your back? No, don't touch me ever again. I'll get a wife knock her husband out of the castle on their first night together. The rumor spread overnight. They spoke of an iron woman who could even throw Lord Bogut from his own castle. They said she was strong, kind, eccentric, a new fairy knight like no one has ever seen before. Man, chefs have been like a whole new town ever since Lady Mash got here. She can read the Morse for us. She helps out with anything we ask of her. And best of all, she will keep Lord Bogus from acting up. It's like he's back to his old self again. Not even the Queen's army can stop us now. Now it's as good as back in our hands. A toast to Lady Mash, a toast to Lord Bogut, a toast to our knight, the Knight of Sheffield. Cheers! It must be nice being you, Whack. Sheesh, the Knight of Sheffield, huh? Mash's Triad Prophecy, remember? She's not just Sheffield's knight. Sure, the Princess clothes look great on her, but there's something special about her. She's more than that. If you ask me, Mash looked plenty elegant in that iron armor of her too. What? You jealous of Bogut now, Brock? You forget you were the one who brought her here? Of course not. I just think it's sick how everyone in town is carrying on about her. I mean, I know it was kind of the same for us, but still. Every morning, as she must looking out at the horizon up top from the rampart, and she always looked so lonely. She used to smile all the time. She used to be really happy. It makes me wonder if maybe we made a big mistake. Is that so? So what? You don't think Mash is the Triad Prophecy after all now? It was just a lucky find at first, just another piece of merchandise. But then she started talking to us like we were equals. And before I knew it, I got attached to her. Me and Wack aren't from Fairy Britain, we drifted here from outside. We're basically Flotsam, object, humans, sometimes even fairies. They watch ashore here sometime. We are like changeling in a way. Flotsam, I've never heard of that term before, but I guess that's pretty typical of Fort Morgan's range. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. We're not part of any clan, we didn't spring up naturally, we don't belong anywhere. One day, Queen Morgan's soldier caught us, branded us with command spell, and just let it go. They knew we'd die when we got squeezed for our existence tag at the end of the year, so they didn't even bother killing us. That's why I threw myself into any kind of work I could find, no matter how dirty. You know what Wack is like, he doesn't even know what's going on half of the time. Still, I'm like his big brother, so it's my duty to at least make sure he got enough to eat. My only purpose every year was making sure we survive, at least keep us from becoming Moors. But unfortunately, it also made me forget a bunch of things. Hesitation, uncertainty, compassion. Then the next thing I knew, I was thinking I was a full-blown bad guy and that I could do whatever I wanted. It would have been a lot easier if I just stayed like that. But being around MASH made me realize I hadn't forgotten my values at all, after all. The child prophecy is supposed to save Fairy Britain of Fairy Britons, right? It got nothing to do with us, since we're never truly be a part of this land. So no, I'm sure she's not the real child prophecy. The real child prophecy would never save us. And this might be a fake night child prophecy, but she's even better than the real one. So, does it mean the reason you're still here in Sheffield is? What do you know, dummy? Go on, get lost. What are you doing here flapping your gum? Don't you have some telling to do for the lady or something? I sure do. I'm Habitat the Spinner. Friends to all brides. Don't worry, I'm sure MASH stays safe. And if I ever need help, I'll come to you first. Ooh, we're not scared the Morse of the Queen. We're gonna keep MASH safe together. Ah, you were right, Winky. You would just part ways sooner. This would never... Huh? Winky? Where'd you go, Winky? See, did you lag? 4th platoon has returned from Edinburgh, Lord Boget. They were able to meet with Knocknadia, but they were successfully with their business negotiation. So they managed to procure the iron weapon there, give the weapon to the fairies, and take the armor to the humans' barrack. Just having human around would be enough to empower our fairy soldier. They don't need to take part in the fighting. All they need to do is stay alive. Yes, sir. I have to tell her fit them for armor right away. Now, where's the child prophecy? Down the town again? I thought I told her to stay by the throne. No wife or lord should conduct herself so thoughtlessly. Who told her she could come and go as she pleases? Was it Habitat? If she thinks she can do whatever she likes just because I value her tailoring skill, she's gravely mistaken. Tell her in the child prophecy that their next infraction will be their last. Well, the thing is, sir, Lady Mass says she wanted to be abused to you as best as she could, so... If she wants to be abused to me, she should obey me. I am the law in Sheffield, and any who refuse to abide by it shall be dealt with harshly, regardless of their reasons for doing so. Yeah, he's just acting tough. Hey there, boss! I heard you got some new gear, so I stopped by to make sure it wasn't all just junk. What got your fur ruffled, Lord Boget? Oh, I see. You're all nervous because MASH isn't here, right? Hey, I get it. She's super strong after all. So with the army from New Darlington that's supposedly headed this way... Uh-oh. You probably want her here by your side to keep you safe since you're revolting against the Queen and all, huh? Don't be ridiculous. I don't need any protection. That girl would only make more trouble for me if she were nearby. Then it shouldn't matter where MASH goes, should it? I mean, all you care about is having the child prophecy here in Sheffield, right, Boget? Just keep your mouth shut, can you? You're lucky there's no other fairies around who can do your job. Or I would have you twisted your head clean up by now. Fine, I'll let the child prophecy go wherever she likes during the day. But be warned, Habitat, there will be consequences if you don't deliver on the promise you have been making. That iron cylinder that was brought here with the girl is similar to Morgan's spear, yes? Have you figured out how it works? Is this something we can use? I still have no idea how it works, but I think I can at least get it to fire. I'm not sure that's how it's meant to be used though. Plus, just touching it makes me feel safe. Whatever that thing is, I don't think it's even supposed to exist. Cylinder. I can't imagine why MASH has something like that. Oh, the black barrel? Whatever it is really doesn't suit her at all. True, she has yet to even mention it. I suspect she's subconsciously avoiding it, running from it even. Ah, that's pretty sharp, at least for you, Lord Bogut. It's nice to hear your voice. It's nice to hear your voice and honest opinion. I agreed for a while. Never mind the child prophecy. Can we use that thing as a weapon? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is a cannon and all, but you know what a cannon is, no? It's a thing with a chamber that will pack with magical energy ammo. Then you compress and burn what's inside the chamber until something comes out. The only thing is, take a ton of magical energy to use. It's not that most fairy would probably wither and die if they tried. So you plan on using it, Bogut? You better ensure you're the only one. Don't make me just subordinate do it. No normal fairy could fight that thing and hope to survive. So what you're saying is only those who are truly strong can use it, huh? That's perfect. It would be an excellent way to demonstrate that I have what it takes to be king. Ah, should've known I couldn't get anything through your thick skull. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying before. It looks like the Queen's army is finally about to make a move. Are you ready? Are you all ready to face them? What could be your strategy? Oh great Lord of Sheffield. Thanks to my support in Camelot, I know exactly how strong the Queen's forces are. She's setting her 3rd division, which consists of approximately 2,000 soldiers. She must have thought that would be enough to handle us. Ha! Ha 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 ha! It's so much shocking how little she think of us. They will never be able to get past Sheffield's wall. Our rampart are made from strip of the world's tree bark. They won't be easily destroyed. We have nothing to fear from the Queen's army without a fairy knight, and with Nadia moving south, she can't afford to send more than 1 division. All we have to do is wait 7 days for them to wear themselves out against the rampart. Once we have held the castle for 7 days, the Queen's 3rd division will have spent its strength. Then my elite soldier and I need only release our pent-up anger from the siege. So you do have a path to victory in mind. Guess I was worried for nothing then. Dan, have you told Mass this place is gonna turn into a battleground in a few days? What am I saying is, of course, what am I saying? Of course you have. She is as strong as the very knight after all. No, I haven't, and I won't. How many times must I tell you there's no need for that? All the child prophecy need to do is boost my soldiers' morale. Anything else is gonna get in my way. Make sure you keep your mouth shut, Habitrot. That girl's a decoration, nothing more. Good evening, Lord Bogut. It's so nice of you to visit me again. Don't misunderstand. I'm only here to save face in front of my guard. Otherwise, no Fang Fairy what his fur would be to come to the room of a woman he has no intention of bedding. Still, now that I'm here, I'm not about to waste my precious time. Let's discuss the child prophecy tonight. How much do you know about them now that your memories are gone? Not much, I'm afraid. Only that they are fairies. They turned 16 this year, and they are destined to save Britain. Outrageous! I didn't think it was possible to be so abominably ignorant. Abominably ignorant. The Child Prophecy story began 16 years ago. Ainso, the head of the Mirror Clan who possessed the sacrum of prognostication, prophesied that Savior of Britain had been born, and that one day the true king would defeat the false king for good. In response, Queen Morgan tried to have every fairy born that year rounded up and killed, but she wasn't completely successful. There were many villages who harbored anti-queen sentiment. Some of them sheltered newborn fairy in the hope that one would someday fulfill the prophecy. Of course, there was also some town who took fairies born that year and tried to pass them up as the Child Prophecy. These days, some of them even offer 16 years old fairies in tribute to the queen, claiming they too were of the Child Prophecy. That alone made the Child Prophecy valuable. It's why every faction in Britain was desperate to find them. For not one fairy ever doubted that Angel's prophecy would come true. You see, they knew this had happened before. There had been other towns in Britain history that a savior had been born to rescue it. A figure meant to banish the great calamity that come every 1,000 years. The one who channeled the voice from paradise. At any rate, all but two of the records from the Fey era have been lost. One described an incident that took place in Fey era 4000, over 6,000 years ago. There, a single fairy rescued Britain when constant interclan warfare had brought it to the brink of collapse at the cost of their own life. The second is the War of Summer in Fey era 2000, in which war was waged against the Southern Fairy who came here from the Eyes of Shadow. In that war, Queen Mai's army of human soldiers wielding iron weapon nearly succeeded in eradicating our ancestor. But then a single fairy stepped in to mediate between the two camps, which led to the creation of the 6th clan we have today. This savior name was Ash, meaning ash tree. After ending the clan war, she was buried in the remains of Orkney, at the northmost end of Britain. The ignorant and low-class fairy may believe that the Child Prophecy is supposed to be this savior reborn, but not me. No matter how many times she may have saved Britain before, she's still lost. The calamity still exists. That alone is proof she does not deserve to be called anyone's savior. Now, if any previous savior has succeeded at righting the world rhythm, will those occurs more, and the calamities that occur with ever more frequency, then I would have accepted their claim.
I have noticed that everyone in town seems to be afraid of the word calamity. No, not just them. Every fairy in town I visited on the way here was afraid of it. My understanding is that, as terrifying as Queen Morgan may be, the fairies still obey her because she at least keeps them safe from the calamity, but now...
That's right, Morgan has declared her intention to leave Norway to its fate. It was her second grave error, after appointing Tristan as a fairy knight, and may never get such an opportunity again.
Huh? You're happy about this, Lord Boget?
You can't rally soldiers with a cause for them to believe in. You need something greater than themselves. This Norwich situation is unprecedented opportunity, Mash. It's a chance I've been waiting for to seize the throne. I have no intention of actually saving Norway, but I will still use the situation. My call to action couldn't be simpler. He had demanded that the Queen rid
Now he his calamity pool and aid in the restoration of the city. If these demands are not met, then Sheffield will no longer recognize Camelot's rule. The Queen will either need to comply with my demands or send out her army to suppress us. Frankly, I don't care which option she chooses, either will deplete her army. That will give me time to collude with the Northern Ferry, invite the Round Table army in the south to join our cause, and eventually create an army of my own to rival the Queen's. You are no more than geese on those wheels, Chai Prophecy. I neither need nor expect you to save Britain. Until and unless you recover your memories, you are not to make a move without my permission. All I want is for you to continue giving the people of this town hope. You are no good for anything else. So you have a plan, but that's the whole situation in Sheffield. Bogan has 3,000 soldiers, 2,000 his fairy militia, and 300 humans. He's also gathering more forces even as we speak, so you'll probably want to make your move soon. Why is he doing this? Betraying them. So it would seem. Damn it, the Queen only authorized Sheffield to assemble soldiers as a deterrent against the Northern Ferry. Now you're telling me there are 5,000 armed rebels in one place there? That makes this the largest rebellion we have ever seen. I would say that it's owed largely to Lady Tristan crossing a line with her antique. Ever since New Darlington was built, countless ferry has been slaughtering. And the slaughter for pure amusement. Now, ferry from all across Britain are harboring doubt about Lady Tristan. And about High Queen Morgan for making her a fairy knight in the first place. You don't have to tell me, I'm painfully aware of that. You are still sworn loyalty to the High Queen. You can't be party to any of that nonsense. Right, sorry about that, I just slipped out. So, what about my payment? Very well, go on, pay him. He may have lost his standing, but Bogart is still a powerful leader from the Fang clan. He can easily defeat 1,000 Fae on his own. Send word to Camelot to have Lady Gawain dispatch here, on the double. What about the Child Prophecy? I'm pretty sure intel that valuable is worth something. Ha, that's a good one. We just captured another Child Prophecy yesterday. This new one isn't even worth looking into. I'm sure Bogus just made it up. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to dismiss it, officer. That fairy there was telling the truth. I especially enjoyed the description of this Child Prophecy. How did they go again? Black iron armor, a huge shield, appeared to be a girl about 16, and a black iron cylinder that made you uneasy just to look at. Oh, you have definitely got my attention now, brother. Please tell me more. This motherfucker. What's this girl's name? You do know her name, right? Honestly, I found it strange you avoided mentioning just that part even though you're here to sell us intel. I mean, don't you think it's suspicious? Almost make me think you're not telling us on purpose. If that's how it sounds to you, sorry, but you're wrong. I didn't say because I don't know it. Now, if you're not gonna pay me anymore, I'll just be on my way. I'm gonna get back to the south by tomorrow. Hey now, why the rush? You came all this way after all. Come on, share a spell with us. Don't worry, Winky. I'm sure it'll come back to you soon enough. It's written all over your face.
Where's that guy at? Wales. Whew. It's so peaceful here. How long till we get to Wales? Rest up while you can. Now that we're out of Gloucester, enemies are gonna be back to their old strength. If you're not careful, you might be turned into a damn squirrel who got strong as a servant. Is something wrong, Artoria? You've been really quiet for a while now. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make Gino nervous, but I have been getting a really bad feeling that someone has been watching us all this time. I also get the feeling that the carriage is going to flip over in about 5 seconds. Ha ha ha, don't be silly. I'm a red rabbit, the most elegant wind-like fey horse around. I would never let a carriage it was drawing tip over, especially with passengers inside. What the snort? What is it? Are we under attack? Everyone, get out of the carriage. Hang on, we ain't under attack. The carriage just ran over something, that's all. What happened, Red Horse? Are the roads that bad out here? No, just... I'm sorry, I was just writing a poem while gazing up at the sky. And I didn't know that a large number of fairies collapsed on the road until it was too late. Large number, huh? What? This is incredible, it's awful, incredible. There are 1, 2, 3, 6 of them blocking the way. We are alive, we're still alive. Please, help us. Our cargo just began acting up and attack us out of nowhere. Hey ho. We're not hurt too badly. In fact, we probably look completely fine. But the cargo took one of us away. Down past that hill. To that isolated cape no one would ever see unless they were looking for it. This sounds like a trap. Please, you gotta save him. You nice sucker. I mean, people wouldn't turn your back on a fairies in need, right? Everyone ever got the slip of tongue there? Oh yeah, not suspicious at all. That hero over there? Got it! Come on everyone, we need to hurry before it's too late. Oh my god, she's too instant. Wait, seriously? Oh, this is like a fine line between being nice and being gullible, you know? You know, I'm actually kind of impressed she managed to survive this long. Watch the carriage, Oberon. No problem. Good luck out there. Good luck over there. Oh shit, just straight into battle, huh? NFF, Cisco Janska, you're doing.
とても楽しかったと思うよね。黄金律にも種類があるのさ。
妖精が何だってんだ。調子は悪くねえな。妖精が何だってんだ。
Oh wait, what? What's he weak against his saber, right? What's going on? Oh wait, it's alter ego.
折れんなよ。先に行く。
もちろん。
真髄解明完成理念収束鍛造技法臨界メイドの土産に拝みやがれこれが俺のつむかり村正だ
What do we do about that one?
若者
Giant. What is this buff? This is no remove.
望まれることを望まれたように。あれはいつか見た終わりの星。どれほど遠く汚れても私は星を探すのです。さあ幕を開けてアラウンドカリバーン。そう君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。その勝利を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ行けるとこまで行ってみよう。行くよ。
Yeah, only need to kill that one, right? That lens.
ふむふむ。オッケー。
切るぜ
Wait,
せーの。行くよ。
what I thought it's changing target.
OK。負けないぞ。
切るぜ
ここでまっすぐ。せーの。
若者
Yeah, it's gonna wait till the buff come back.
切るぜ先に行く
OK。
くれてやるよ
行くよ。ああ、とても楽しかったと思う。
やることは変わらねえよ
私の宝具
品田
見
姫を
たい
神に
ないぞ。そう君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。その勝利を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ行けるとこまで行ってみよ
真髄解明完成理念収束鍛造技法臨界これが俺のつむかり村正だ嬢ちゃんの面倒も大変だななんで前に出たがるのかね
Hey ho! I don't know what I would have done if you guys had come along. Wait, that's the last time I go shopping in Glue Store. I should have known that bargain set was too good to be true. Wait, not scammer? You mean he actually was in trouble? I guess so. Now I feel bad for not giving those fairy a face shake. I might have suspect they seemed at first. Are you alright? There aren't any other fairy who were taken away, are there? Nope, it's just the 7 of us. No 8 fairy around here. I gotta say though, you guys sure are strong. And by yourself, I mean the redhead. You, on the other hand, were crazy out there in the whole different sense of the word, lady. You were throwing out so many explosions I thought you were gonna blow me up along with our escort. Next time, you ought to take a page from the young Miss playbook. He threw a bunch of stuff at the cargo too, but he never hit me at once. Going wild is all well and good, but you've got to be aware of your surroundings too, especially when there's a hostage involved.
Anyone else could be sitting loyal on your right about now, you know. I know, you're right. I'm doing my best to overcome my clumsiness, so I hope you can be patient while I work to improve. Well, you bet. I'm rooting for you, lady. At least you've got guts. And that counts for a lot. So, and you're feeling alright now? Would you mind if we get going? Oh no, it's okay. No need to thank us. It seemed like it would be way more trouble than it was. You sure? Now that I made you help us out, I thought I would take it easy by sticking with you guys for the rest of the way. But alright. Besides, we gotta head home and report to the boss that we're done taking out the trash. And here I thought we could rely on those escorting board. Thank goodness you guys came along to help us out. Thanks, gullible looking lady. We were taking out the trash? You mean to Camelot's pit? I thought Soldier was supposed to be escort for that, since Morse tend to show up near the pit. We would have gone with Soldier, but they say you don't have time for escort mission this day. That's why I got escort from a beautiful lady in Gloucester instead. She said we could have them cheap since we couldn't get the fine tuning right. Ah, so Kuyanskaya. So she sold them junk and knew it was worthless, huh? That fox woman sure is a piece of work. Luckily, no more show up near the pit. I guess they're all gathered around Norwich now. Man, sometimes I'm really worried that what's gonna happen to Fairy Britain. Between Gawain, Fan Clancy's biggest troublemaker, and Tristan, the Queen's pet psycho. The only decent fairy knight of the bunch is Lady Lancelot. Maybe I should make a break for the north. Nah, what I'm saying, I could never do that. We are the Seven Mary brother, Lady Aurora's faithful servant. Hey ho, back to work we go. Thanks again for everything, you guys. We watch out for the Morse too, you hear? I see. For the record, it's not my fault we didn't get there today. It's all on Toria for dragging us into yet another rescue. You do all understand that, right? Also, don't you naturally attract trouble with Gino? Are you just unlucky like that? Now that you mention it... this did help me get my bearing in terms of using my blade and all. Fairy Britain isn't like other Lostbelt I have seen so far. I finally figured out how tough my blade needs to be. Your Magecraft ain't half bad either, Toria. I got no idea why Fairy here say your skill ain't worth much, but I know you are a great fit for me. My scarab is feeling smoother than ever with you around. Glad you're on my side.
Thank you. Same here. I see. Unlike other fairy soldier, Muramasa doesn't just use his own magical energy to fight. He also used external enchantment and naturally as though they were part of his own body. True, Muramasa's fighting skills are definitely a cut above the rest. You said he's an alter ego, right? Does that mean he's not a pure servant? Well, is it okay we tell the story? Sure, go ahead. Now it's as good a time as any, Chino. Sigh, I don't need any more coming to me later complaining about how I was secretly a bad guy all along. Or how could I betray their trust, yada yada. Well, it's a long story, but
here goes. So he's a servant mixture. So mixes this foreign god made, and he's actually been fighting against Gino and Chaldea up till now. Basically, especially in Olympus, when he pulled up something especially crazy right at the end. In fact, Muramasa, that reminds me, you were strong enough to cut Atlas' spirit origin in half. Yet you failed to assassinate Queen Morgan, and some other fairy handed your ass to you. Can you explain to me how that works? Because I don't get it. Nothing special to it, it's just an alter ego who's optimized for killing gods. And that's only because the foreign god imbued me with divine spirit who's good at that sort of thing. Apparently, one of them is a blind god of war who was responsible for Ragnarok, the twilight of the god. The others, well, kind of wish fulfillment of mine, don't ask. My point is, I'm not exceptionally strong or anything, I just don't have to use magical energy to kill God. So Olympus was perfect for me, and Scandinavia, well, Scandinavia would have been rough. You can figure out why. Skaha Skadi, I think she was called. If this alter ego version of me had met her, I might have flown into a genuine rage. I know the blind god of war would have had a word to say about her, about gods being fooled. Anyway, there you have it. I'm pretty useful when I'm up against divine spirit, or in a world when divine spirit are calling the shots. So you're really strong when facing God, huh? So you're really strong against God, then that must also mean... Now I see. I had a feeling this was the case, but you just helped me clarifying it, Muramasa. The land of Fae has no concept of religion, which means... Yep, there are no gods in Britain. Though I have no idea how this world ended up like that. It's damn peculiar. The whole world is ruled by fairies, but they ain't of chase of gods, the greatest mystic ever anywhere. Well, that only makes sense, don't you think? I mean, it's only humans who desire gods. Fairies can do anything they want on their own, so they don't have to rely on higher power for help. So of course this society isn't going to think up God. You know, that is a good point. I'll have to write all this down later in my next message to Chaldea. I wonder what Holmes is gonna have to say about it. I don't know much about these god things either, so I can't speak to that. But are you still Genos' enemy, right? I'm glad you're here helping us now, but are you really comfortable working alongside your enemy? You don't have to worry about that, Artoria. It's like I told you back in Gloucester. Now that you have saved me, I'm gonna stick with you. Shut up, Prophecy. It's easier for me that way. It ain't unusual for one to find fault with my own work, but at least this one's the job I can finally get behind. So you're not fully on board with the foreign god's job then? Are you freaking kidding me? Hell no! Damn thing is a pain in the ass. Even now, I still have no idea what the hell the foreign gods even is. You just summoned me without asking, mixed some divine spirit in me without asking, then forced a bunch of work I never asked to be a part upon me. I've always been a maker of weapons, so I know my hands weren't the cleanest to begin with. But at least when I was alive, I could swear to the Buddha that I never went down the wrong path. Of course, now that I've got some other things mixed in with me, I don't have the right or wrong path anymore. So, if nothing else, I'm gonna make sure I do good work on any job I take on. It's the least I can do as Muramasa.
That's very you. Then does that mean you're taking on the job of helping Yatoria now? Isn't that what I just said? What are you grinding about? You're more mean-spirited than I would have guessed it. I see. In that case, we'll be happy to work with you. We could use all the help we can get now, especially from a heroic spirit we're already acquainted with. Once again, if it is only this Lostbelt, I'm glad we're on the same side, Senji Muramasa. Thanks. I've been getting the prize. Since I'm accepting the prize for this job myself, I'll be helping out any way I can. Anyway, on a different note, I don't really want to ask this, but as much as I dislike the guy, we're still colleagues, so how did Limbo final moments go? He went out a coward. He couldn't scream until the end. I see. Alright, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that and just go to bed. Is anyone awake? If not, are they? Someone sneaking up on us? No, they're sleeping soundly. I'll take that as a good sign. Or the fairy from the fairy asks for help. I'm pretty sleepy too, but I have to stand guard. No shitty looking thing nearby. Check. No Morse nearby. Check. Don't you worry, everyone. I'll assure. Victoria, stay safe, huh? Who is this? That's strange. Oh, Autumn Forest is here. Yeah, I'm gonna use the servant in the story. What does the black thing? Morse? We're here. Welcome to my domain, the Autumn Woods of Wales. I can see where to get its name. Worm colored leaf everywhere. Doesn't look like there's any town or village here. Oh. It's Lord Oberon! Everyone, come quick! Lord Oberon has arrived! Please, Lord Oberon, please tell us about what you saw outside. Are these fairy? That's Bug. Like the two in the middle. Thank you for the warm welcome, everyone. As you can see, I have a broadcast with me today. This is Gino. He watches over things just like I do. This is Da Vinci, the cutest genius you will ever meet. This is Muramasa. You will be kind enough to make us all sort of useful thing. And this is Atoria, the child prophecy. See, I told you the child prophecy would be willing to come all the way to this isolated neck of the wood. Now, do you believe I was telling the truth? What do I do, Oberon? You don't have to do anything. They're just glad you're here. Oh, but don't try to hug them, no matter how cute they are. They're not used to being touched, especially by outside fairies. These fairies are straight out of a picture book. Now this is what I imagine the land of fairies would be like. Come on, fairies are fairy, right? You don't see anything. I don't see anything special about. Please, make me a helmet. I want to be a soldier. How are you gonna be a soldier like that, though? Well, I guess they're a little sort of different.
I can't tell what it's saying, but what is it, little guy? You want a helmet that fits you? Huh? You understand just fine, though. Yeah, alright. Anything made for human obviously wouldn't fit you at all. Hey, Oberon, might I set up a workbench somewhere? Be my guest, but just stick to the leaf. Just stick to leaf and twig for your material if you don't mind. They don't actually want to be soldiers, they just want to play pretend. Got it, don't worry, I'm gonna make everything real.
What about you? What about you? Are you Oberon's friend? A real friend? Then that makes you our friend too. Please help him. Please help Oberon.
Whoa, whoa, I can tell they are friendly, but that's all I can tell. They're welcoming all of you here. None of the fairy who ended up in this would understand suspicion. There are no imitation of human society here, but we can at least put you up in 10. Why didn't you all kick back and relax while I go see what's happening outside? I'm counting on all of you to take care of our guests, okay? Don't worry, these people are all nice. None of them are going to hurt you. Okay, everyone, ta-ta for now. I'll be back tonight, so make sure to save some dinner for me. Hang on, Oberon. Let's tell us how he can understand what they're saying. And he's gone. I mean, at least we can tell these fairies are being welcoming to us, but... Indeed, I have no idea what these Welsh fairies are saying either. I also noticed Lord Oberon didn't bother to introduce me. That hurt, honestly. I wonder why. Is he just absent-minded? I'm sure it just slipped his mind. Of course, he was here too.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry? And you like Lord Oberon, you must be hungry too, right? We will tend you, we will tend you. Welsh chestnut are yummy, yummy. Welsh. They say they are going to feed us, and with chestnut no less. So she can understand them? How? That's amazing. Talk about a forbidden tree. You can almost never find sweet in the south thanks to the restriction, but here we have a loophole.
Restriction? Why? Oh yeah, might say that only upper class fairies have access to confectionery. Apparently the queen forbade processing fruit and such, so sugar is hard to come by here. Lady Aurora once gave me a bite of some kind of dark chocolate bar. Chocolate. But honestly, I prefer carrots. They have much more natural sweetness.
This way, this way. Tell us about Oberon. Tell us about Oberon.
Looks like the dining table is over that way. I still can't tell what they are saying, but if they're going to treat us, who are we to say no? Good point. Sounds good to me. I haven't had a treat in a long time.
That meal was delicious.
It sure was. Those are the most gorgeous grapes I have ever seen by far. And not only that, these fruit even had mystic in them. That was a great way for servant to recover magical energy. Maybe I should take a few with us on the road. Or send some to home as a souvenir. Chomp chomp, eating peps. Eating pear in a single bite. There's still an extra plate left out. Is that for Oberon? Should we leave it for him?
They're here. The black dog are here. Run, hide. You lose, you lose.
Huh? That's weird. Why they all run up
tree and hide in hollow all of a sudden. I see some black dog over there, so they're probably trying to hide. Oh my gosh, come on, we have to get rid of them. It's the least we can do to pay them back for this fees. I would just think of the same thing. The black dogs are terrifying, but these poor fairies have no way of fighting back. Well, we're not going to let anything happen to them now that we're here. Come on everyone, let's show this dog they're no match for a hare. Are you sure you're not actually a servant? It's one of those... This is one of those human history conversion thing.
俺は刀鍛冶なんだがな。戦場に連れてきてどうしやがる。
Changes.
やだね。さて、どこから潰したものか。いい判断です。それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながら、鳥は明日を迎えましょう。ロードルズ・キャメロン。
Well, this is gonna expire next turn.
やります。
あ
戦いですか。やります。目を背けないで。
悪いな。
モルゴー準備。
しっかり見たぜ。石はいらねえ。木をよこしな。
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦時の刃。散った成仏していきな。
ここでまっすぐ。
Aww.
出番か。
目を背けないで。内側から終われ。召し上げましょう。
Stagnant. Huh?
簡単に終わらないように。
出番か。
目を背けないで。慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。
Probably not enough.
恐怖はない。希望もない。何人も通るにあたわず。モルゴース。
Yeah, I could have waited for this turn.
よくいい判断です。逃がすものか。
一銭にもなりゃしねえ。
She's so much curse.
手に入らない。
り見たぜ。出
い
番か。
い判断です。
神髄解明、完成理念収束、鍛造技法臨界。これが俺のつむかり村正だ。
分断する。白兵戦行きます。
Jesus, look at those
宝具目を背けないで。
curses.
それは絶えず見た滅びの夢。最果てにありながら鳥は明日を迎えしロードレスキャメル。ありがとうございます。皆さんのおかげです。
Barely survive.
What? Who was that incredibly powerful enemy doing mixed in the back of Black Dog?
Probably some fairy they bit who went mad from the excruciating pain. Are those different from the Moors? What are those Black Dog anyway?
The evil fairies that eat other fairies. Nobody's quite sure when they first showed up.
The Black Dog are the kind of fairies that eat other fairies. Well, with one exception anyway.
A long time ago, Fairies Eater were one of the great calamities that used to plague this land.
It said the Frank clan sealed them away. But some also say that also did so the cause of a curse that befall the entire clan.
They did it! They won! Vortigin! What does Vortigin mean? Oberon gonna be so sad. Oberon gonna be so happy. He's a good friend now.
What is fairies saying? Well, if the fairies is happy, he must have done a good thing with driving those creatures away. Alright, since it looks like we're going to be staying here for at least a few days, why don't we set up camp? Especially since there's no point in worrying about what's going on outside now that we're here. So let's just relax and recuperate while we wait for Oberon to get back. Whew. Oh, it's back already. After dinner.
You know, there's something I've been really wondering about for a while now. How do fairies' families work?
I saw plenty of siblings Salisbury, but I didn't see anyone who looked like parent and child. Well, of course you didn't. Fairy come into existence independently of anyone else. The only sibling we have are when multiple fairies with similar attributes decide to call each other that. Or when they all decided to stick together from the time they manifest. Like when 7 fairies we saw yesterday. That's just how fairies live their life. Okay, what about children's? Let's say Fairy Knight Tristan is supposed to be Morgan's daughter, right? So how does that work? Hahaha, Tristan, Morgan's daughter? Good one. No, that just means that she's the queen's successor. I guess in human terms, we will say that Queen Morgan adopted Tristan. The only children in the fairy world are the next version of you, born after you die. Let's see. Okay, for example, let's say we have Spinner Fairy A here.
Spinner Fairy A live for 100 years, then goes to sleep, having fulfilled their purpose. But that doesn't mean the spinner profession or that fairy's way of life disappear from Britain. So right after Spinner Fairy A died, Spinner Fairy B is born. Fairy refer to this relationship as predecessor and current generation. I see. So then, does the current generation inherit anything from their predecessor? Things like gene, lineage, records, names, or some other the kind of property a human would pass on to their kids? Not really. Like I said, fairy are born on their own, so they don't have any connection like that. That goes for predecessor and current generation fairies too. Powerful fairies can hold on to their record. Memories may be better here, but in general, the next generation is completely blank slate. However, since the current generation have the same role, their ability and appearance do resemble their predecessors to some extent. That's how the Spinner Fairy knows there's a Spinner Fairy, no matter where or when they are born. There are also times when a fairy who resembles the current generation is born while the current generation is still alive. It's rare, but when it does happen, the new fairies are treated as the current generation's sons or daughter. This is also why fairies who use magecraft are sometimes referred as Morgan's daughter. Here in Britain, Queen Morgan used to be the only one who used magecraft, but now we have Tristan, who was given magecraft and named her successor, and Artoria, who was born using it. From the fairies' perspective, both are the same type as the queen, hence Morgan's daughter. Huh. I see, so that's why that fairy knight hates the child prophecy so much. Because the rumor is that she's and the Queen Morgan's daughter. Not exactly, Artoria. It's not using magecraft that made you Morgan's daughter. It's that fairy who use magecraft can become Fairy Britain's king. At least, I think so. That's the whole reason Morgan gave Tristan magecraft. It's a way of saying, you'll be the next king. Rule over Britain as you see fit. I expect that was her way of trying to derail the prophecy to make sure the child prophecy wouldn't take her throne. But then, you and your natural magecraft showed up, and now Morgan. Or rather, Tristan is all. What's the real one doing here? That's probably why she went to pieces at the auction house. She couldn't handle the terror. You think so? I don't think I was scaring her that much. I do, yes. Anyway, a confrontation with Tristan is pretty much inevitable. But don't worry, just relax and take it one step at a time. The fact that you use magecraft proves that you're the child prophecy and that you're destined to defeat the queen. No matter how powerful Morgan may be, or how formidable the fairy knight are, as long as you are the child prophecy, you'll be Britain's savior. Just do what needs to be done, and the prophecy will be fulfilled. We're just here to help you. As long as you're around, Britain can, and more importantly, will be saved. Even if some end up dropping out along the way. Yeah, like no reaction to that. It's no use. I can't sleep. Too much on the mind to sleep? Okay, so he's putting it like this again. Well, there's no need to stand. Here, have a seat. I saw you when I was heading out to gather intel. Mind if I sit next to you? Great, don't mind if I do then. Say, here's an idea. Maybe you would feel better if you told me your story so far. I'm sure you have a lot to say about everything you have seen and done before you came here. I see, so that's the journey you, Chaldea, has been on. Earth's future, humanity's existence, your savior's survivor's guilt over the other Lostbelt you have been to. No wonder you can't sleep, especially given what you told me earlier. You're feeling guilty about the child prophecy. Or maybe it's not guilt so much as alienation. Victoria is about to spill a lot of blood, but that has nothing to do with you. That's been your role up till now, and you kept fighting even when it was hard. But you never had a choice, did you? Responsibility for it all rested entirely on your shoulders. Not here though. Here, you have to put it all on Artorias' shoulders. And now you don't know what to do with these feelings. You're even feeling like a coward here. Since you can't forget that you have no intention of saving Fairy Britain. You might be right. You're more concerned about finding your lost companion. If something happened to Mash, you could never forgive yourself, right? Surprised I can tell all that? You're trying to let it show, of course, but I can still see. You're trying not to let it show, of course, but I can still see. But look at it this way. Let's say, hypothetically, Mash were to go out into town alone and die in an accident. Would that be your fault? Is keeping her safe from all harm all the time your responsibility 24/7? No, of course not. That's not your concern for a friend. That's more of a savior complex. Yeah, that's right. Mash is her own person, and people are responsible for their own life and choices. If you really respect her as an equal, then you should be trusting her, not worrying about her. Piling more responsibility on your shoulders isn't going to help anyone, especially if you're so weighted down you can't act quickly when you really need to. Still, based on what you have told me on your journey so far, it sounds like your heart doesn't have anywhere else left to go. I'm pretty sure you used to be a lot lighter on your feet. The kind of person who lived his life how he wanted. Am I wrong? What do you mean? Well, I can tell that what you don't mean. Well, I can tell you what I don't mean. I don't mean just doing whatever easy is. I would say living life how you like mean finding what suits you. Finding what it is you want more than anything. And fighting for it as hard as you can. Come what may. That's how you were doing during the incineration of humanity. Not that I was there to witness it, obviously. My point is, you and I are a lot alike. I'm guessing we both have the same role to play here in Britain. We are bystanders. As much as we hate it, you know more the protagonist of this story than I am. Just like Oberon the Fairy King wasn't the protagonist of A Midsummer Night's Dream. All we can do here is to watch to see how things play out. Even in battle, we can't do anything more than offer support from the rear. But that doesn't mean you need to beat yourself up. At some point before this all ends, there will come a moment you have a crucial role to play. A time when no one else is around and you will have a chance to change how everything unfolds. Sounds great, doesn't it? So for now, I suggest you swallow that worry, get some rest, and looking forward to what yet to come. So what if you're just a bystander? Even spectators have their pride, after all. So bide your time, wait for your moment, and do something spectacular at the very end that not even the gods could have seen it coming. Just imagine how good it's gonna feel when you finally wipe the smug face of the fate itself. You don't know what that even means, but it's very you, Oberon. Thank you for cheering me up. Thanks, Oberon. Not too sure what that was about, but I feel better now. What's so strange about it? That's how I have lived my whole life. Gino? There aren't many people out there who can explain everything about themselves. It's not like we're predictable tools that come with instruction manual. We're living analog creature, fuzzy around the edges. That said, everyone has at least one thing they like about themselves, right? It's kind of embarrassing to say this out loud, but at least in this example, I don't think I'm a coward, and of course you aren't either. Oh, sorry about that, Blanca. I didn't realize I've been talking for so long. Let's go look for intel in Manchester tonight. It's about time we start investigating up north. Alright, I'd better get going then. I'll see you tomorrow night. I don't want to be the only one let out. I don't want to be the only one let out the dinner fun after all. Wait. What is it that you want, Oberon? To defeat Morgan, of course. I might not be a fighter myself, but that is why I was summoned here. You're not talking about for humanity's sake or anything like that? Oh, now I see. Well, damn, this is kind of embarrassing, but I guess I can't dodge this question after such a big speech I just gave. I'm looking for Titania. Remember? Oberon's the queen from A Midsummer's Night to Dream? Titania, the fair queen, the only one that ever loved obstinate Oberon. I'm hoping to see her if I can. But of course, I know that's impossible. Titania is a fictional character. She doesn't exist in proper human history. She can only exist within the confines of a story. Alter ego fighting. Is this against Da Vinci and Muramasa? What if I just keep it like this? Wait, no talking, we just straight up go into that?
黄金律にも種類があるのさ。
やることは変わらねえよ。
白兵戦行きます。冗談よ。
悪かねえ。ああ、しっかり見たぜ。投影開始。
すべて見つめます。よろしい。
鍛造無限の出番か。そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。 八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。まだまだ
逃がすものか。
一銭にも投げて。やべえな、面白い。
せーの。
さて
さて、どこから潰したものかいですか。暗き目をよく言いました。そういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。
聞かぬ。
モルゴース潰れなさい。オークニーの雲に。
妖精が何だってんだ。若造。
お願いします。戦線は維持しておくように。
What?
やることは変わらねえよ。タン下がってな。そこに至るはあまたの研鑽。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦士の刃。知った成仏していきな。まだまだ
うつつの夢の学校のあがきさ。
Ow, 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 ah, there was supposed to be a light practice bout, Muramasa. Why are you taking so seriously? Are you a child or something?
No, I'm an old man. It's my job to make sure a youngster like you get a proper education at school of hand with hard knock. That doesn't go for Gino though. It seemed like he had more than his share of hardship. I gotta admit, Gino, those quick combat summons of yours are really something. Let me think. I had better off killing you safe instead of mixing it up with myself. You play your card right, you might even been able to beat the Fairy Knight. The Fairy Knight? Are you sure? You really think so? You bet. You throw all the servant and magical energy you've got at them, you can definitely take him. You said one of them tramped you before, then next time it'll be your turn. Just make sure you got a good victory line locked and loaded. Something like, ain't afraid no Fairy Knight. Your weapon are made of iron, right, Muramasa? Could you let me have some of the material? Sorry, but I'm the only one who can work that. It's basically an advance I'm paying with magical energy. And you want to use them for yourself, then I would have to make something for you from scratch. And that means we would have to get some iron from mine. I think it was Norway that controlled the iron supply around here, right? I see. Then I guess I should have to track some down somewhere. And after I came up with a plan to defeat Gawain too. Oh, I'm missing a mean streak in those eyes, girly. You got something devious in mind. I'm game to help. No, thank you. Just keep laughing it up with Juno and leave me alone, old timer. Looks like someone going through her rebellious phase. Or maybe it's just like that. I'm
guessing she's actually just really competitive. I'm guessing she's jealous of resident grandpa paying attention to me. No, I'm not. I'm just being the child prophecy. You said no getting around that, then I might as well start taking it seriously. Start taking it seriously, so you weren't before. Come on, you're always taking it seriously. No one here has even thought otherwise. Oh, I see. You're worried about what Oberon said about you having to confront that Pharaoh Knight eventually. I mean, that's definitely part of it, but I just figure I can't just sit on the fence forever. The whole idea of making pilgrimage around Britain and ringing the bells still doesn't quite feel real to me. But the fairies we have met so far, including the one in Gloucester, all had such high hope for me. And of course, my whole village of Tintagel believed in me not to raise me and send me out on this pilgrimage in the first place. I'm still worried I might not be able to live up to everyone's expectation. But I thought, for the time being, I could at least try being proud of being the child prophecy. Like they said, nothing venture, nothing gain, right? I mean, I still don't have any specific venture in mind, but you know, girlie, for the life of me, I can't tell you your full spirit or sprinkle of violet. Yeah, you're right. Gino? I have made up my mind, Atoria. I'm going to help you, no matter what Chaldea has to say. But what about MASH? I thought we were only traveling together until we found MASH. Of course we are still going to look for MASH. I'm not stopping until I find her. I just want to help the child prophecy on top of that. Good point, Gino. We haven't made our position very clear, have we? Fighting MASH is definitely our top priority, but that doesn't mean we can just leave Britain to fend for itself. So we want to keep traveling with you, not just so we can find MASH, but so we can help Britain too. Now that we have made friends here, we want to do everything we can to help them so we can go back to our home with no regret. Does that about sum it up, Gino? Sure does. I just hope Director Gorov is okay with it. Yep, I'm sure Director Gorov wouldn't be happy about this, but sounds good to me, and I'm sure Gory would give in eventually if he was here too. So it's not just Muramasa anymore? You're saying you and Da Vinci are going to join me on my pilgrimage too? Yep, and I'm sure Oivan will say the same thing. Don't worry, we expect to be generously compensated once we have all saved the day. So, how does that sound, future king? Of course, if you would rather not have us hanging around, we can always go our separate way. No, not at all. This is great. I never dreamed I would ever have this kind of help. I guess this is Child Prophecy first proper alliance. Now I'm kind of starting to feel like a king. Yay! Well, you already are a king, so... Of course, none of this changed the fact that we are still don't have any kind of plan. It's great that you're feeling motivated about being the Child Prophecy now and all, but what do we actually do about it? Way to bring me crashing back down to reality. Couldn't you could you let me be happy for just a little while, Muramasa? Ah, that's your entire problem right there. Well, as the resident old man here, I think I have to be a party pooper, right? I heard the whole thing, and I think I have an idea. That voice is Orbital. It's a little earlier than I planned it, but the time is clearly right. I will tell you where the child prophecy and you, her companion, need to go next. The crossroad of destiny, where the child prophecy rumor shall become reality. That's right, it's time for us to save Norway. I can hear him, but I can't see him. Is that really you, Oberon? Huh? What do you mean you can't see me? Oh, right, of course. Down here, everyone. What the? He's small. So cute. Phew, flying long distance sure take a lot out of you. But there's no substitute for seeing things yourself. Oh right, you guys haven't seen me like this before, haven't you? Oh, cute little Obero. The stylish little speedster who raced around Britain on a Sphinx mod at March speed. That's right, I'm Ryder Oberon, sometimes known as Robin Goodfellow. And the Pint-Side Fairy King? How did you get so small? Okay, it's midnight. I'm gonna see what this go. Let's see, fragment. Okay, this looks like gonna be a long section, so I'm gonna stop today's stream here. Whew. Dang, that was 3 hours. And we're at section 7. How many sections are in total? I don't remember. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I plan on going for longer than usual. Actually, it's just gonna be as long as I can take it. Maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Gonna have to take some break in between to rest my eyes. Like right now, it's pretty tired. Whew. So this could be it for the stream today, and goodbye everyone. If you like and subscribe. I have a Twitter you can follow if you like.